Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Up next, we bring you the final fan guest programmer for the night. She's a huge fan of TCM, and we're very happy to have her joining us. Onalee McGraw. Welcome, Onalee.
Thank you, Robert.
Nice to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Thanks. Well, Onalee's pick for us tonight is a very exciting courtroom drama which never enters a courtroom. It all takes place in a jury room. It's a film that Onalee chose for many reasons, and she's going to explain why. The movie is 1957's 12 Angry Men. Now, why did you choose this? And tell us a little about your background, because this fits into the story.
Basically, I develop curriculum and sometimes get a chance to teach the lessons of the movies. I've been doing this for over a decade. My time of starting is pretty much when TCM started. And so I pick out certain themes that are important, and I have a way to try to develop these in lesson plans, like, for example, with language arts. In high school and middle school, I do the vocabulary words, these various words that are so important, but they need to be seen to be understood, really, for young people today. And then they can even write essays.
And what ages are the people that you're teaching?
I can do middle school, high school, and my latest challenge is to work with the college and young adult levels. So it's a different thing, and that's where I showed 12 Angry Men, though, which was very special to me.
Sure.
What I think the film brings out in everyone is the tremendous love of justice that we all have. It just brings it out so well and shows that we all have a role to play in bringing justice, whatever opportunity it comes. Just a few years ago, I started developing it, and this was incredible. I just watched the young people. They were middle school and high schoolers in an evening program. I was watching them. They were watching the rest of the movie, and then they were getting ready to discuss it on the other side of the room. And they did not text, and they did not call on their cell phones.
They were paying attention.
Well, after the movie, though, even after the movie, they were just sitting there because, you know, just all the beautiful teachings, the lessons that come out in 12 Angry Men. And they were what? Thinking, reflecting about it.
So TCM helps you in that by showing you movies to bring to the people?
In fact, it gives us a huge jump start in the lessons that we do. And we figured out the first thing we were going to do is we go on TCM's website and we see what the fans of TCM have to say about the film. It's always fresh, it's always very personal, and I would say, Robert, that is what's so important, is that the film, the truths and the beauty and the performance of the film and the words that are spoken, they go right to the heart, right deep in the heart.
Well, thank you, yes, and thank you for being the bridge from the movie to the students. With all of that. Thank you so much. Well, let's see your movie here. It's a great one. Indeed, a film from 1957 directed by Sidney Lumet with Henry Fonda as one of 12 Angry Men. Such a great ending that is, and the only film that Henry Fonda ever produced. And I'm back right now with a TCM fan who chose that film for us this evening, Onalee McGraw. Welcome back, Onalee. Now, let me ask you something. How did we find you?
Well, I just had to enter the Ultimate Fan contest.
And so what movie did you introduce in your...
I chose No Way Out, which is so dear to my heart. Sidney Poitier and Richard Widmark.
Linda Darnell.
Linda Darnell.
Joseph Mankiewicz. Yes,
Joseph
indeed.
Mankiewicz writing and directing. So brilliant.
So did you have fun making your video?
I did. It was very simple. I didn't have any props. By the time I saw what everyone else had done, I thought, oh, for heaven's sakes, I can't go to Los Angeles or New York. It was just in my dining room. Hello, I'm Onalee McGraw, and I'm a huge fan of classic movies. And I did have to read it, and that's why I had those glasses on to read it. But it was just from my heart, and I just loved doing it, and I didn't even know what YouTube, how to do it or anything, but I had people to help me turn it into YouTube. So
were you a movie fan from an early age?
Oh my goodness, I saw It's a Wonderful Life in the theater when I was 7. So when I saw your documentary of private screenings, I went nuts because it was my life too, except a few years, you know, behind you.
Yeah.
And that same time period when you could go by yourself.
Right.
I walked to the Fremont Theater, and I went all the time by myself, but I also went with my friends. So, yeah, it was from the time I was about 7.
So it's so nice to have you here. Thanks for being one of our guest programmers. It's been a treat for us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And we may be saying goodbye right now to our special TCM guest programmers for the night, but do stick around because we have another interesting courtroom drama coming up next. This one starring Glenn Ford, Dorothy McGuire, and John Hodiak.